All righty, New York City, home to some of the priciest real estate in the country. New York Post columnist Jennifer Gould has her finger on the pulse of the market. She's got the latest scoop on celebrities, who's moving in, who's moving out, who's shaking things up. So nice to have you back on. Good day, Jen.
Rosanna, it is great to be here.
I
Thanks
know that
for
you know
me.
everything. And by the way, the real estate market, is it moving? What's going on with it right now?
It's a really good question. Some's moving, some isn't, and we're going to see with one of the properties we're going to talk about $15 million off its price from 4 months ago, but it's still $50 million. So,
oh my goodness!
Are things moving? I don't know. You know,
I know you had an exclusive tour of Bob and Courtney Novogratz home.
Yes.
They always do such interesting things with their homes. They're very handy,
stuff.
Right?
Very handy.
Yes.
DIY. They've been doing this for 30 years. They have a book out. I've been talking to them, chronicling them over the years. So we went to this one place on Waverly Place. It had a pink facade, almost 200 years old, a total disaster when they got it, but they loved it.
Pink, yeah.
And they're just, you know, they're in there with their hands, they're getting things done. They wanted to keep the pink facade. Landmark said no, so they turned it yellow.
It looks nice now.
They had so much fun. They have a house in the Berkshires. They trucked in all the trees and flowers outside, which you can see right now. And it's really a little bit of the country in New York City.
So, Jen, let me ask you something.
Yes.
They usually go in, refurbish a house and flip it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Are they going to do that with this house?
Yes. This house they actually lived in for a long time, but I mean, not that long. They were working on it during the pandemic, and that's sort of what they do. You know, they work on it, they turn it into their own dream home, and then they can flip it.
I wonder how their kids feel like they're moving every few months.
Well, it's very true. There's like this nomadic existence, and they had 7 kids and their own show about it. But what they did was they bought a house in the Berkshires, and that became their anchor. So no matter where they were, whatever part of the city, they always had this beautiful house to go to for holidays.
All right, now let's talk about that house that you said has been reduced a little bit, but it's still, what, $50 million?
$50 million only. Come on, we could pool our resources.
I don't think so, Jen. But it's part of the Gilded Age, right?
Part of the Gilded Age. Now, a lot of these beautiful mansions were actually destroyed in the 1920s to make way for other things. This one has been preserved. The architect, John Duncan, was actually the architect of Grant's tomb. Okay, so the detail in this house was incredible. But this is a very New York story. Oleg Cassini had an atelier in this house. It was bought by his secret wife.
He had a secret
wife for 35 years.
Wait,
no one knew.
Why did he keep it a secret? Because he had all these lovers?
Well, he started off with Grace Kelly, he was engaged to, Marilyn Monroe, all these women that are icons. And you know, that's the thing, Rosanna, like you look at these houses, you see these beautiful exteriors, and what's really going on inside? We don't know.
Right, but we're in now. So this is inside what used to be Oleg Cassini's mansion.
Yes.
Gorgeous. I mean, intricate details.
It's intricate detail. What was crazy was that it was carved up into 7 rental units when his secret wife and her sister bought it. One very well-known interior designer lived in a huge 3,000 square foot triplex in the house for $700 a month.
Oh, come on.
How
do we never get these deals? Wow. So, okay, now it's on the market. Everybody's out of there, all the tenants, and they're selling it for $50 million.
Reduced.
It's reduced. What a steal, Jen.
What a steal.
I know you do a lot of real estate for the New York Post, but you also do a lot of trends with the restaurants.
Yes.
What are you seeing these days?
So as we all feel, there's a lot of inflation problems and people don't want to go out to eat. You can go to your neighborhood restaurant, it can be over $100 a person. Steak, one piece of steak, $100 or more. So now there's this trend to go to steak free, and restaurateurs really want to get people inside. Endless free, they're calling it. So you buy your steak free, you get endless fries, because now, you know, prices are so high. Restaurateurs, like, they can't help it. They're actually reducing the size portion. Yeah. So when you have things like this, the people who are doing it, like Chef David Burke, Chinese Cantina in Brooklyn, they feel that you get this really great meal and you leave feeling full. You can eat as much as you want.
But the French fries, I mean, I'll go anywhere for French fries.
Exactly.
That is so fun.
Yeah.
All right, Jen Gould, I'm looking forward to your column this weekend.
Thank you.
Good to see you in person. Thank you for sharing with us.